Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a collective haul for you guys. I did tell you guys that I was going to be picking up quite a few items this past month after I got my tax return. So this is a lot of stuff that I've been wanting for quite a while that was on my wish list in my last video update of my no-buy progress and how I've been doing with my no-buy. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I bought with my tax return money, and it was kind of a reward to myself on products that I really wanted to try and pick up. So I'm really excited to share with you guys what I got. So I'm going to be starting with everything that I had purchased from ULTA. I'm probably not going to be able to finish filming this haul until I get back home because I am going to be going out soon. I'm going to see Captain Marvel tonight with one of my friends, and I am meeting up with her before the movie to go eat. So I'm probably going to leave in around 15-20 minutes so I can go to her. So we're going to start with the stuff from ULTA. So I picked up two primers. So the first primer that I got is the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. I've been wanting to try this for a really long time. I've heard nothing but good things about this primer, so I was like, maybe I should try it. Sorry, my camera's annoying me. I only tried it once so far. I do try it in my First Impressions Get Ready With Me. I always thought that this was a really expensive primer for the drugstore. I don't know why it was always so expensive. I'm like, it's kind of ridiculous that it's this much money and it's just a drugstore primer. It is like $15. So I think it's kind of up there in price, but I tried it. I don't think I really love it as much as my Maybelline Master Prime Concealer, or like concealer primer, or my Wet n Wild's primer. I felt like it kind of dried out my skin a little bit when I tried it, but I think that's also because of the foundation and the powder that I put on top, and you will see all of that on my First Impressions video on Friday using most of these products that I mentioned. It was good. It's a little bit more of a thicker consistency. I kind of like more of like a moisturizer kind of feel primer, so I will keep on using this. This is my first and only primer I've ever tried from NYX. So that is the first product. So the next product, speaking of the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio Primer Base, I did pick up a backup of my favorite primer. This is one of my favorite primers ever. This is the Blur and Smooth Primer in the shade 100. It's just such an amazing primer. I'm basically almost completely done with the first one that I own. So I am working on, or I'm going to be starting to use this primer very soon. Just want to see if my highlight looks good, but it does. So if my makeup look looks weird, I'm sorry. Like, this crease shade was very hard to blend, but I think it turned out okay. I do need to fix my brows as well. It's just like all I've been doing today is filming YouTube videos. So anyway, I love this primer, one of my holy grails. It really does blur your skin beautifully when you put on foundation. So it's one of my favorite primers of all time. So I really wanted to purchase another one. So I just got a backup of that. Okay, then I picked up a couple of things from, did I forget to, hold on one sec, oh my god, I forgot a product. Sorry, I wanted to start with more of the like less expensive stuff and then go into the more expensive stuff, so I forgot to grab a product. So the next thing that I got is a concealer, and I wanted to try the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. A lot of people have been raving about this concealer on YouTube, and I really wanted to try it for myself. And honestly, this concealer is really good. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is a huge tube, and it does kind of really remind me of the packaging of the Tarte Shape Tape, of the Jouer concealer, and of like the Too Faced Born This Way, like the new one. So a lot of like brands are trying to dupe Tarte's formula, since that was like the most talked about concealer on the market when it came out. And I feel like another concealer hasn't really broken through like that one has, but honestly I was never really a fan of that one. But this one is really good. It's really beautiful full coverage, and it looks really good under the eyes. And it actually lasts a really long time, like in the areas of my face where I put it in my T-zone. It looks really good, and it blends out really easily. So I have been really enjoying this concealer. This one's definitely a little bit more of a drier formula than the other two concealers I'm going to talk about. But out of the three, I really like this one, and I really like the one I'm wearing right now. Speaking of the one I'm wearing right now, I should have talked about this when I was talking about NYX, but it's okay. So I did pick up another NYX product and another concealer. And I picked up the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Contour Concealer, and this one's in the shade Fair. The e.l.f. one, I couldn't find a lighter shade besides Fair Warm, but I like warmer kind of concealers. Even though I'm probably a little bit more cool toned, I do love that concealer shade. So I picked up this one because of XO Marley. She did mention this in her Holy Grail's favorite concealer video. So I was like, ooh, I really want to try it. And there were a lot of concealers that I had in mind that I really did want to try. But I was like, just narrow it down to 3, Caitlin. So I picked up 2 drugstore concealers, and I picked up 1 high-end one. So these were the 2 drugstore concealers that I wanted to pick up. And honestly, I'm wearing this one today, and I really love how this one looks under my eyes. I think this one is probably one of my favorites. It looks gorgeous under the eyes. It blends out super easily. It really helped lighten up the foundation that I'm going to talk about soon that I'm wearing today. So this is the concealer I'm wearing today. Blends out so easily. It looks really beautiful under the eyes. Has really beautiful coverage. So this is really good. And again, this one's in the shade Fair. I definitely have to test these out more to give you guys my thoughts. I'm going to test them out like all month. But I've used both of these at least 2 or 3 times. And they're both really good from what I've tested out so far. And then the last 2 non-high-end products. The first one is from Flower Beauty. I picked up 2 products from Flower Beauty. This one kind of got unstuck because I took it off the packaging, and it has like a sticky on the on this part so it can stick to the actual packaging. But I picked up one of the Flower Pots Powder Blushes. I do own one of these already. So this is the outer packaging, and it sticks onto this thing, but I did take it off so I could use it, and I did use this last week. This one is in the shade Sweet Pea. And I really love the formula of these Flower Beauty blushes. They are stunning, and they last a really long time on the skin. And I did use this last week, and it looked so beautiful with my makeup. It just they last such a long time, and they're a really beautiful formula. So I really do enjoy the Flower Beauty blushes. So I do recommend this formula to you as well, XO Marley. These are beautiful. I don't know if you've ever tried anything from Flower Beauty. It is Drew Barrymore's makeup line, and it's only available at Ulta. But this was stunning, so I just really wanted to pick up another shade. And also there were a couple of Flower Beauty products that were on sale that I saw Leora Loves Makeup talk about on her channel, and she was like, there's a couple of things on sale, and these were one of them, and they were on sale for like $6 rather than like $10. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I was like, I really wanted to try out another shade. So I love those Flower Beauty blushes. And then the other product that I picked up from Flower Beauty, I kind of wanted to try another setting spray, and I wanted to try this the first time I picked up products from Flower Beauty. Honestly, I would have rather picked up this product from Flower Beauty rather than the concealer because I didn't like the concealer, but I never picked it up at the time, but I decided to pick it up now. So I got the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray, and this is the dewy finish one. Now, I hear a lot of people rave about this setting spray. What I don't love about this is that it dries super quickly when you use it, but it does set your makeup pretty damn well. Like, my makeup looks pretty damn good right now, and it sets it into place and locks it into place. It says, locks in makeup and hydrates, protects from pollution particles, and moisture boosting. The lightweight mist creates an invisible shield that maintains your makeup while hydrating and protecting your skin from pollution particles, etc. I really think that this setting spray and the powder that I've been using, but I'm not going to be hauling that powder today. I am waiting for one more online order, and I am also going to pick up something else in store from Sephora because I'm going to make this a part 1 and 2 haul. So I'm just going to haul the things that I got online in that haul. I do think that this has been making my makeup last a pretty long time, so I really have been enjoying that as well. Okay, so then the last 3 products, or last 4 products from Ulta are all high-end. So I was going to pick up this and a lip product from NARS, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pick up this because I really do enjoy this mascara, so I really have been wanting to pick up the full size for a long time. So I finally decided to pick up the full size of the NARS Climax mascara. I am wearing it today, and honestly, I really do enjoy this mascara a lot. But to be honest, I think I like the smaller size of this. But the packaging is so freaking cute, and I haven't really owned a full size of a NARS mascara besides the... I've never really owned a NARS mascara in the full size, and I've never really picked up another high-end mascara since the Lancome Once You're Big, and another mascara that I will haul very soon. You will see it in my first impressions Get Ready With Me, because I'm going to post that before part 2, because it's basically using all of these products I'm talking about that I really want to get up that video. But I think I like the smaller version more, and since I've been using the ColourPop mascara, I really love that one. I find that this one's a little bit drier than the ColourPop. It's still a good one, and I'm still going to use it, so I'm definitely going to use this up. I mean, I go through mascara like water, so I just really wanted the full size, and I think it's a really good mascara. Speaking of NARS, I did pick up this NARS highlighter. Everybody talks about this damn highlighter that I was like, you know what, I kind of really want to pick it up. So I got the NARS highlighting powder in the shade Fort de France. This is the only highlight that I picked up in this entire haul. Are you proud of me? I was actually going to be on a no-buy for highlights for a long time, but I actually did recently hit pan on a highlighter recently. And I don't know if you guys follow me on Snapchat, but if you guys do follow me on Snapchat, you would see that I posted that I hit pan on it. So I do post previews of products that I hit pan on in my Snapchat, and I did mention a couple in another upcoming video of my eyeshadow palette collection. But I picked up this NARS highlighter. So I was like, you know what? Since I hit pan on another highlighter, might as well pick up a new one. But, you know, it's not like I need another highlight, and I try again and again with NARS highlights to really like them. This is the, what did I say? Did I say Fort de France? This is the NARS highlighter in the shade Fort de France. So this is the one that I got. And I saw Kathleen Lights talk about this highlight in her favorites video. I've seen Young, Wild, and Polished talk about it, saying that she loves it. And I tried this in my first impressions Get Ready With Me, and this was really stunning. I don't want to spoil that whole video, but it was really beautiful. And as you can see, look how it reflects. Isn't that so gorgeous? It's kind of like a beaming sheen, and it's so beautiful. Like, I don't love every single NARS highlight that I try, but I really do like the Banque de Sable palette. I really like Albatross, and I really love the Dual Intensity eyeshadow and Jubilation, but I don't like Hot Sands as much as everybody else does. That was definitely not one of my favorites, but this is actually really pretty, so I can't wait to use it again. Then the next thing that I got is another cheek product. Everyone and their mom has been talking about these blushes, so I really wanted to pick up one for myself. So this is the Buxom Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush in the shade Seychelles. And again, and it says Seychelles on the top. This one doesn't say the name on the outside, it only says it on the back. So Kathleen Lights has been raving and raving and raving about these Buxom blushes, and she's also been raving about the Milani ones. So this is the Buxom Seychelles blush, and it says the shade on the back, excuse me. And it's like this really beautiful, typical nude shade. This blush is no joke on the face. Like, it is a beautiful sheen, and I was like, oh, it's just going to be, like, really easily buildable. No, it literally applies on your face in, like, 2 swipes, and it's like, you're done. It is so easy to apply. It's so creamy, and it really does feel very primer-like on the skin, and I feel like that's why it kind of sticks to your skin. And it lasts a really long time. Like, look how pretty that is. It's a beautiful nude-toned, shimmery blush. And I've used this like 3 times already. I love using it. I used it 3 days in a row, and it's so pretty. I like can't stop using it. It's so good. I did use a different blush today, but that blush is really good. So I definitely recommend those blushes. And then the last product that I picked up from ULTA, I did pick up another, this is the first foundation I'm talking about. I did pick up quite a few foundations to test out recently. Oh, I forgot to grab, the other products that I got from Sephora. But anyway, I got this because, Kathleen Lights was talking to Raw Beauty Christy about this foundation in their collab video that they posted recently with their Get Ready With Me. she was like, this is so good for dry skin, you need to try it. So Raw Beauty Christy tried it, and she didn't really like it, but I was like, you know what? If Kathleen likes it for dry skin, I'm like, I kind of want to try it. But I also wanted to try more stick foundations recently, so I picked up the Bareminerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick, Broad Spectrum SPF 25 in the shade Opal 01. I actually keep on seeing ads for this on YouTube, and I'm like, I'm glad I already picked it up. So this is what the packaging looks like, and I've never really tried any other foundations from Bareminerals besides the serum foundation, which I did used to have, and I did declutter that out of my collection because I don't think it was that good, and I used to have the serum concealer as well, but this is the first foundation I've tried from them since then. So this is the Bareminerals Stick Foundation, and this is the shade, and when I tried this, and it says Opal 01 on the bottom, when I tried this, I thought this was going to be a hell of a lot more dewy than when I actually had this on my face and it had set before I even put on my powder. I feel like this was not as dewy as I expected it to be. I felt like it was a lot more matte. I was like, oh, it's hydrating. I feel like it's going to be really like dewy and hydrating for dry skin, and I did think that it was hydrating, like it did apply very beautifully, but I found that when I had actually set everything, I felt like it felt and looked a lot more matte than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be as matte as it was on my face. So it's really good. I've only tried this one once. The rest of the foundations I'm going to talk about I've tried out twice, but this one I've only tried out once because I like wearing this for like shorter shifts at work or lighter makeup days, because I usually use this other foundation that I'm going to talk about on longer days that I wear my makeup for a lot longer. So yeah, this is really good. I really like it. So that is everything that I got from ULTA. Now let's move on to CVS. So let me just mention a couple of things that I picked up a little while back to replace things. So I did pick up a second bottle of the Simple Sensitive Skin Experts Water Boost Micellar Cleansing Water. So this is the only thing that I really use to take off my makeup. I find that it does not dry out my skin, or I feel like since it's unscented, it's really good for my skin, unlike the Burt's Bees oil, which was very scented. And also my makeup wipes from Simple kind of dry out my skin a lot. The only time I really use makeup wipes is when I go to my boyfriend's house on like Sundays and Mondays, and I don't have like time to go home and take my makeup off with this. Like I'm not going to bring this everywhere with me. That'd be a pain in the ass. But every night when I'm home, I take my makeup off with this. So I picked up a bag of that because I did use up an entire bottle. I also picked up another one. This is my third one of this. This is the Cerave Skin Renewing Night Cream. This is my favorite nighttime moisturizer, and I use this every night to moisturize my face. So this is my third one. I've used up two of these. So this is a Cerave Skin Renewing Night Cream. So obviously you guys know I love that. So I had to pick up another one. I would completely used up a second one, so I had to pick up that. And then I had ran out of my NYX Dewy Skin Mist, and I really wanted to repurchase this setting spray again. I think I've used this up once. I don't think I've used it up twice. I think I've only repurchased this a second time, but I have used up an entire bottle of this before. But I really wanted to repurchase this one over the NYX one because I feel like this one sets my makeup more and makes it last longer. This is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray, and I just picked up another bottle of this. I was going to pick up the Milani eyeshadow palette when I picked this guy up. She told me to meet her at Fridays. I thought I was going to meet her at her house, but I'm going to have to leave in a few minutes, or like right now. But yeah, I love this setting spray. I haven't used it as much as the Flower Beauty one because I did pick up the Flower Beauty one like a couple days later after I picked up this. But I love this setting spray. It's one of my all-time favorites. I love the scent on this. It's one of my all-time favorite scents in any product. It smells amazing. And I love this setting spray. It's so good. I've always loved this setting spray. So I'm going to go now and I'm going to haul everything that I got at CVS later because I need to go, because I need to get out of the house. So I will talk to you guys later. Alright, you guys, so I am back from seeing Captain Marvel, and it was good. It wasn't like amazing, but it was good. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite Marvel movie though, but it was definitely pretty good. So now we're going to go through the rest of the products that I had picked up from CVS. So I'm going to keep on going with those products. So I did pick up quite a few foundations from CVS. The first one I was dying to try and was definitely the one that I was the most excited for to try is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade, what is this shade? I believe it's in, 405 Porcelain. So this is what the shade looks like, and this is what the bottle looks like. It comes with a pump, and I actually really love the packaging. It has really heavy, substantial packaging, and originally I was going to pick this up at, why is the pump on the side? I don't really understand why it's like on the side, but whatever. It comes with a little cap, so it's really nice to store and everything. So I did pick this one up from CVS. I was originally going to pick it up from Target because it was cheaper there, but I had a couple coupons to use at CVS, and does my eyeshadow look okay? Yeah, it looks fine. It looks better up close actually than it does from far away. But it was like $15.99 at CVS, but it was only like so I'm just making sure my makeup still looks okay. I think it looks fine. Sorry, I'm so distracted because I always get so tired at night. But anyway, I don't know why my dogs are barking. What was I going to say? So this was $15.99 at CVS, and it was only $11.99 at Target, but I think I had like a $3 extra bucks, and I also had like a 30% off coupon, and then I had another like $4 coupon, so I think I got $7 off plus like 30% off. So I only ended up paying for this foundation, and the other two products were basically free. Because if I got one of the products for $15 or more on CoverGirl Cosmetics, which I'll share with you guys in a second, I got like $6 extra bucks back for that. So I paid for the CoverGirl foundation, and I used my $3 extra bucks. And then I used the $6 extra bucks towards this purchase and 30% off. So that's why the other products pretty much were free, and this was the only product I had to pay for. And I only paid $13 for this instead of $15. But this is a pricey drugstore foundation, especially if you get it from CVS. So make sure you pick it up at Marshall's. But anyway, I picked up this foundation because Young, Wild, and Polish was raving about this foundation, saying that this is her all-time favorite foundation. And she has said before that like the NARS skin tint was one of her favorites. It's Too Faced Just Peach, the Peach Perfect or Peachy Matte foundation was one of her favorites. Then the NARS All Day Luminous, not the All Day Luminous, the Natural Radiant Wear. Then she said that the Born This Way was one of her favorites. But now she says that this is her all-time favorite foundation ever in existence. And also Kathleen Light said that she loved this foundation as well when she wore it. But the main reason why I picked this up was again because of Exo Marley. She did mention this in her Holy Grail video, and she said that this was one of her Holy Grail foundations, but she did just recently try my Holy Grail foundation, which is the Lancome Taint Idol. This foundation is amazing, but nothing beats my Lancome. But this foundation I'm wearing right now, I really love on my skin, and I will talk about it very soon. This is definitely one of my favorites as well, since I've tried it, but this is gorgeous on the skin. It lasts so long. It looks flawless basically for like 8 to 10 hours. I would not say it's 24 hours worth of wear, so I guess that claim is kind of false, but who cares? I never wear my makeup for that long, but this is stunning. The only thing I will say about this is it does have a heavy scent to it, so if you're sensitive to scents, and you're not really supposed to put heavily scented stuff on your skin, but I don't wear it all the time anyway, so it's not really like a huge deal for me. And I always use the proper skincare anyway. But this is beautiful on the skin. I can't wait to wear this again. I'm going to wear it tomorrow all day, and I'm so excited to use it. It's just stunning on the skin. I love it. It's phenomenal, definitely. L'Oreal is my favorite drugstore foundation brand, and also like probably one of my favorite brands for foundation. And I think I pretty much tried the most foundations from L'Oreal. I tried out the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, the L'Oreal True Match, and the L'Oreal Cushion Foundation, and now this one. So I've tried out about 5 foundations from L'Oreal, and I pretty much have loved every single one, but I think this is definitely my favorite besides the True Match, because I love the True Match foundation as well. The regular L'Oreal True Match in like the smaller bottle, so good. But this foundation is really good too. Oh, love it. It's so good. It's pretty much tied with that foundation. So then the next foundation that I picked up 2 products from Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation. And I was really, really excited to try this foundation because, and I got it in the shade Porcelain, and a lot of people have been raving about this foundation as well. I picked this up mostly because, again, Kathleen Lights did rave about it. But I find that it already is having a weird scent to it, and it kind of lingered on my skin yesterday when I used it. The first time I used it, I didn't notice any weird scent. But the fact that it's already smelling weird, and I've only used it twice on my face, I think is kind of weird. I understand that it is a pretty cheap foundation. It's around $7 or $8, so it is pretty cheap compared to the L'Oreal and the other foundation I'm going to talk about, but it just makes me a little bit worrisome to put this on my face now because it has a weird smell to it. It was sealed when I bought it though. Like Wet n Wild always puts seals on their products. They never like just have it like randomly like chilling. Like NYX and Wet n Wild are really good about having actual seals on their products. So I did try this 2 days ago, and I also wore it for the first time on like Thursday or Friday last week. And I do find that this foundation is probably the most matte out of the 4 foundations that I'm talking about, but it is really good. I really like it. I feel like it's a dupe for my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. It wore really nicely. I wore it with the powder and the concealer that and the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, which honestly the concealer looks beautiful right now. But I honestly think that's because of the setting powder that I used with it. The setting powder that I used with it is phenomenal. But I can't talk about it yet. I will talk about it in my next haul, but you will see me use it on Friday in my first impressions Get Ready With Me if you guys watch that video. But I find that this one is it's easy to blend. Like, I feel like this is easier to blend than my ColourPop No Filter, but I think I kind of prefer the No Filter because it's not as heavy on the skin as this. This isn't heavy on the skin, but I felt like the first time I used it, it felt a lot nicer on my skin than now. I feel like the second time I used it, which was like yesterday, it felt a little bit drier on my skin. I feel like I have to test it out more, so I will update you guys my thoughts. I just want to tell you guys I have tried it a couple times, and I did really like it. It was really beautiful on the skin. So now before I talk about the last foundation, I did also pick up one more product from Wet n Wild. So I picked up the Wet n Wild Color Icon Ticket to Brazil bronzer. I did also want to pick up the Bloom Time highlighter because Kathleen Lights won't stop talking about that in her video. And you guys know I always pick up her recommendations. But she actually talked about this recently in her disappointing products video, and I hadn't even tried it on my face yet when she talked about it. But I did try it once a couple of days ago, and I liked it. It was like really easy to blend. It's a really beautiful sheer kind of bronzer. It kind of reminds me of the Milani or the Physicians Formula or like the Too Faced Sweet Pea. I love like really light bronzers like this, like Milani's Dolce. But what was worrying me was the fact that nothing really shows up when you actually swatch it. That's what it looks like. It's very, very light, but it actually translates a lot better on the face. And it did build up quite nicely on the face. So I've only used it once. I am going to use it again in my Get Ready With Me on either Thursday or Friday, whichever one that I try out some other products that I've gotten recently in that video. I'm probably going to use this bronzer on camera. But I liked it. I thought it was good, and I've never tried a Wet n Wild bronzer before, so I was kind of intrigued on trying out one of their bronzers, so I picked one up. So that one it's pretty good. And then the last thing that I got from CVS is another foundation, and I've been actually wanting to try this foundation for a while. I've been wanting to try more liquid products from CoverGirl, and the reason why I picked up this foundation was Stephanie Nicole. So this is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation with vitamins, broad spectrum SPF 20 and I got it in the shade Ivory. Now, the thing about this foundation is that this is the only light shade after Light Ivory. Not after, before Light Ivory. This is the lightest shade in the whole range. There's only 14 shades available of this foundation. Now, the fact that CoverGirl has released about 40 to 50 shades in their newer foundation, but they haven't updated the shades in this foundation yet, maybe because this wasn't as big of a hit as the other foundations. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the Outlast foundation has like 40 or 50 shades. So I think it's kind of weird to me that CoverGirl only offers 14 shades in this. I feel like they should kind of expand that. I think that's a little bit weird. But anyway, Stephanie Nicole did mention this in her recent beauty favorites of 2018. She posted it rather late in the year, around 2 or 3 months late. Honestly, it's kind of ridiculous that she took forever. So I tried it out because of her. I picked it up because of her. And I'm wearing it today, and honestly, it is a really stunning foundation on the skin. I find that it looks beautiful. It's completely weightless. It's kind of like the most dewy out of the 4 foundations that I've mentioned in this haul. It's beautiful, so I definitely love it just as much as I love the L'Oreal. This is a really beautiful foundation as well. I think these are both great. These are definitely my favorites. I think I just prefer liquid foundations over stick foundations. I still haven't really found a stick foundation that I absolutely love, but I feel like I want to do a video just dedicated to stick foundations. I want to do a video of eyeshadows I almost purchased but didn't. I'm so excited to film that video. I kind of came up with that idea yesterday. I thought that would be a great video to film. But anyway, I think it looks beautiful on the skin. Let me just get a mirror real quick, and I will show you guys. I just want to see if it still looks good, but I also want to kind of fix my eyeshadow real quick because it's kind of annoying me because I feel like it's kind of transferring too much. Oh yeah, that's better. A lot better. I feel like my eyeshadow kind of looks like a Christmas tree because I did 2 like Christmas colors today. But anyway, yeah, the foundation looks gorgeous on my skin right now. Honestly, this concealer is so good, and this powder that I use, I can see my pores around my nose, but other than that, it looks pretty good. It did settle into my fine lines a little bit, and I do get a little bit shiny around this area of my forehead after a few hours of wearing this foundation, but I don't really mind that. On the rest of my face, it looks really beautiful. It actually looks really great on my nose. That's always a huge plus for me when the foundation looks great on my nose. But yeah, it looks really beautiful on the skin. So this definitely is one of my favorites as well. And it looks beautiful with the NYX concealer. I've definitely been loving this concealer as well. So that is the last thing I picked up from CVS. She mentioned it as being like one of her only, I think this was her only drugstore pick for foundations in that video because she doesn't really use drugstore too much. But she said that this foundation is beautiful, and I really like it. It's really good. I actually did recently declutter a couple foundations. I got rid of the Maybelline Better Skin, the L'Oreal Infallible, and the, what was the other one? I'm going to be posting a declutter video soon of foundations that I got rid of, so stay tuned for that. So then the last things we have to share with you guys are all from Sephora. So we have a couple of skincare products that I'm going to share with you guys first. And then I only picked up 3 makeup items. So my sister recently recommended a couple of skincare products for me. So I did pick up 2 products from The Ordinary. The first one is a backup of my lactic acid. This is the acid that I use every single night. She told me since I started using these other 2 products that I'm going to mention that I don't need to use this every single night anymore. So this is the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10%, a high-strength lactic acid superficial peeling formulation. So this is basically a chemical exfoliator from what I know. It says apply once per day, ideally in the PM, can be diluted with other treatments to reduce strength until skin develops tolerance. So I think that my face has built up a tolerance to this because I have used it since basically December, and I've used it pretty much religiously every single night. So I almost went through my entire first bottle, so I went and picked up a backup of it. So I have another full size. So I have another one of these. I picked these up from Sephora though. I also picked up another Ordinary product because they ship a hell of a lot faster from Sephora rather than from the Ordinary website, because Sephora is only 3-day shipping. If you order from the Decium website, it's like 10 days because it comes from Canada, so it takes a lot longer, so it is a lot easier to order from Sephora. So my sister has been telling me to get a retinol for the longest time, so I finally ordered one. So this is the Ordinary Retinoids Gran Active Retinoid 2% Emulsion, previously advanced retinoid 2%. So from everything that I read about this on the website is that this is the retinoid that does not cause any skin irritation. It's a very light retinoid. It says apply a small amount to face in the PM as part of your skincare regimen after water-based serums, but never before. But before heavier treatments. Do not use with other retinoid treatments. Avoid unprotected solar exposure. Store in a cool, dry place. So retinoids you're only supposed to use at night. You are not supposed to go out in the sun when you use a retinoid. That's what your vitamin C serums are for, and your SPFs. Retinoids, I cannot speak anymore. I've been filming so much today. Retinoids are only supposed to be used in the PM. So this is the Ordinary Retinoid Emulsion, and I have been applying this every other day. So she tells me to apply this every other day, I think, until my skin gets used to it. But from what I've seen from most videos, that you're supposed to alternate with your retinoids and your acids. So I have been applying this every other night. I've only been applying the lactic acid probably twice a week now. I haven't used this in like 2 days. I did apply my retinoid last night, so tonight I'm probably not going to apply anything. I'll probably apply my retinoid tomorrow and then probably apply my lactic acid on probably Thursday. But my sister told me that I only have to use this like twice a week now. So since I've been incorporating a retinoid into my skincare routine, I don't have to use the lactic acid as often, because retinoids are really supposed to be amazing for your skin. So that is the second product I got from The Ordinary. And then the last skincare product that I got is a vitamin C serum. My sister said that I should really pick up a vitamin C serum and start incorporating that into my daily routine. And I was going to pick up one from The Ordinary because, yes, they are cheaper. But she told me that their vitamin C serums weren't as highly rated as this one or the Clinique serum. But I decided to get this one because I've been dying to try skincare products from Ole Henriksen. So I got the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum, collagen boosted with True C Complex Facial Serum. Truth brightens age-defying all-day hydration, all skin types. So I used to use serums at night. I used to use like the Lush Full of Grace one, but I feel like this is the only serum that I really need to use is a vitamin C serum. So I have been incorporating this into my daily skincare routine in the morning. So this is the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. I got the smaller bottle because honestly, I don't really need to apply too much of this. So this was definitely cheaper. This was around $20. But what I found out, if I end up really liking this and I need the full size, I can actually redeem my points from Sephora to get a full size. I think it's 700 points, I believe. So probably when I purchase the next purchase that I'm going to get from Sephora, I might have enough points to get it. I actually finally turned in my points for the gift card tonight. Actually earlier today, not tonight. I actually redeemed it. Well, it says 700. It's a 750 point perk, but it's sold out. But earlier today, they had the Rouge gift card available, and I snatched it up so quickly. Like, I saw it available around 2 or 3 o'clock, and I had acquired 2,900 points. I acquired about 1,200 of those points, though, from going from VIB to VIB Rouge. When you upgrade to VIB, you get 500 bonus points, but they don't give it to you automatically. You have to go to the rewards bazaar, see that it's in the point perks, and then add it to your basket. That's how Sephora is sneaky. Like, they should just automatically give you the upgraded points, not make you, like, order them and, like, not see them for a long time. So then, when I upgraded to VIB Rouge, I didn't see that I had 750 bonus points for being a Rouge. So that got me 1,200 points. So then somehow I accumulated another like 1,000 points, to get enough points to get the gift card. Like, I had another like 1,700 points. That's definitely from spending money. And they also gave me bonus points when I complained about Chip's order. They gave me like 500 points then. So that was like 1,700 points, and then the rest of it I had obviously had spent there on previous purchases. So I got enough points to get the gift card. So I'm going to use the gift card to get a full-size fragrance. I feel like that would be the smartest thing for me to do because I really don't need any makeup. Or I was thinking about getting skincare, but since I just placed this order and this only costed me 30 bucks, like, I don't need to spend a $100 gift card on skincare. So I've been incorporating this in my daily routine in the morning. She says that I don't have to use it every single day, but I have been using it daily if I don't use the retinoid at night. I like using this in the morning. I probably won't use this tomorrow morning. I'll just use the retinol at night. But both of these products have been helping my skin tremendously. I've been seeing a great improvement in my skin just over using them over the past week. I definitely noticed my foundation looks a lot better as well. So that is it from Sephora online. Now we're just going to share the 3 products that I got in store. I should have gotten this one from ULTA, but I kind of forgot to pick it up at ULTA. I was going to get the MAC one originally, but then I was like, you know what? Let me just get this one. It's the same freaking thing, and I love this just as much as the MAC primer. So I finally picked up another one of my Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. This was definitely an essential purchase for me. I love this eyeshadow primer. I've been using it every single day since I got it. Again, as you can tell, I've already been squeezing the bottle. This is one of the best eyeshadow primers out there. One of my holy grails. I should have mentioned this in my holy grail video, but I only mentioned a face primer. But this is one of the best eyeshadow primers out there. It just makes my eyeshadows last a hell of a lot longer than the Milani one. I didn't love my eyeshadow today, honestly, so forgive me. But the lid shade actually lasted a lot better than I thought it did. But that's because of the NYX glitter primer. But I've been using this every day nonstop. But I really, really missed this in my collection. And I was like, I really need to get a good solid eyeshadow primer because it takes me forever to use up one, and an eyeshadow primer is just an essential in my collection. The Milani one was okay, the Wet n Wild one was okay, but this one's definitely my favorite. So I was like, let me finally repurchase that. So I had enough money to go get it again. So I love this primer. Then I also picked up another concealer, and this was the only high-end concealer that I picked up. So I picked up the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer. I've been hearing good and bad things about this concealer. Some people say it does crease easily because it's self-setting. I still set it anyway, and again, I feel like it looks so much better with the powder that I use it with. But I think that this concealer, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, probably looks the best with the powder that I use. But I got it in the shade 11, and I was very torn as to whether I wanted to get the Fenty Beauty concealer or if I wanted to get this one. And when I asked the sales girl at the counter, she helps me a lot with getting makeup. She said that this one was much better. So this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. It's actually really, really big, substantial packaging. I feel like a lot of companies have been competing with Tarte's packaging with concealers, and I really feel like they've stepped up their game with packaging and making the products bigger. So this one has a doe foot applicator. It is an angled applicator. It reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay applicator. And when I went to MAC recently, like I wanted to get the 24-hour primer, I wanted to get the prolonged wear concealer, but I ended up only picking up one product from MAC because I had already picked up 3 concealers, and I'm like, whatever, I don't need more concealers. So this concealer is good. I wouldn't say that this one's my favorite over the NYX. I think the NYX one is better, and the e.l.f. So this one's good, but I'm not like head over heels in love with it. I thought I was going to fall in love with this, but I find that it kind of has a drier formula, and it kind of creases under my eyes a little bit, but once I set it with the powder that I love, it does look a lot better underneath my eyes. I still have to test it out more, but I'm not like head over heels in love with this concealer. I thought I was going to be loving it a lot more. I also wanted to pick up the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer, but I didn't want something like so full coverage like the e.l.f. one, because I was already getting the e.l.f. one, and I really wanted to purchase this, but honestly, I kind of love the drugstore concealers more than this one, so I don't know. I have to test it out a couple more times. If I don't love it, it's going back. I haven't really fallen in love with I think I like the Kevin Kwang concealer and the Jouer one more than this one. Since I've been baking, I like it a lot more. Maybe I need to bake with this and maybe I'll like it more, but even after I set it, I still don't really love it as much as these concealers. And then the last thing that I got from Sephora, let me stop rambling like for 25 minutes about these like 6 products. So the last thing that I picked up from Sephora is this Clinique Cheek Pop on the Glow Trio palette. And this just kind of intrigued me. At first, I thought it was just a blush palette, but it turns out this is actually a blush, bronzer, highlight palette, which I didn't really know. So this is what the packaging looks like. I think the packaging is so cute. And this is the highlight, the blush, and the bronzer. And then it says the 3 colors on the back. So you have Pearl Pop, Ginger Pop, and Sunkissed Pop. So this is what the palette looks like. So you can fold it over, which I think is a really cute touch. And they're so pretty, you guys. I used to use the Clinique Cheek Pops all the time. I've never owned Ginger Pop, but this is actually a permanent shade for Clinique, which I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't really pick up Clinique products all that much, but I love their mascaras. Their mascaras are so good. I love the High Impact one. I love the Lash Power one. They're so good. So Clinique definitely makes some really bomb mascaras, but I really wanted to try this palette. So this is the highlight, and this is the blush, and this is the bronzer. So I'll swatch those for you guys. Out of the 3 things in this palette, the thing that I liked the most when I tried it was the blush, because I do really like the Clinique Cheek Pop blushes. So these are the 3 shades that, I don't even know what to say. The 3 things that come in here. So this is the highlight, which is kind of very sheer, honestly. This is the blush, and this is the bronzer. When I used the bronzer, I thought it was very sheer. Same thing with the highlighter. I had to build this up with my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in rose gold. I put it over top of it, and it definitely performed a lot better. I used this as my blush that day, and I used this as my bronzer. And the bronzer was very sheer, but the blush looked really good. So I feel like I'm going to like this a lot in the summertime. So I feel like it's going to be one of those go-to products for me in the summer as opposed to now or even the spring. So, but I just wanted to try it at least once to tell you guys my thoughts, because I wanted to try it all in one shot. And it's good. It's not like amazing though. And then the last product I have to share with you guys is the one and only product I picked up from MAC recently. I had a couple of things on my list, and I was like, this is the only thing I really want to pick up. I picked up concealers and lip liners from other brands. I mean, I didn't really pick up any lip liners, but I did order one recently. So I really wanted to get something from this collection. So this is the MAC highlight powder from the Boom Boom Bloom collection, and this is the shade Fleur Real. So it says Fleur Real on the top, if you guys could even read that, and this is what the packaging looks like. And then this is the back. So honestly, I picked this up strictly for the packaging. So this is what the blush or highlight looks like. So it has this beautiful like petal packaging, and then it says Fleur Real on the back. And then this is what the highlighter looks like. And it's supposed to be a highlighting powder. I guess that means it's kind of like a highlighting powder for like the under eyes and stuff. because I don't know how this would be a, like, highlighter. I would rather use this as a blush, to be honest, because I don't really see this as a highlight. It, like, doesn't really reflect at all. It doesn't really highlight too much. So I'm like, how is this a highlighter? It doesn't really highlight. So I did use it once as a blush a couple of days ago, and it was really pretty. I got this mostly for collector's purposes, though. I know that's kind of bad, but also because I really wanted to use this as a face highlighter. Like, I thought it'd be really beautiful. It also had a glittery, like, overspray over it before I ruined it by using it. But I've never owned anything that was white packaged from MAC, so I was like, I really need this, and the packaging is so beautiful. And I wasn't really interested in picking up anything else from the collection besides one of these highlighting powders, and I was like, I really, really want it. It's such pretty packaging. It's so springtime, so again, I feel like that's going to be a product that I'm going to use a lot more in the springtime. And that is it, you guys, for this haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. This is part 1 of this haul, so stay tuned for part 2. I am waiting for a Lime Crime order. I have stuff from Thrive, from Beauty Bakery, and from Lime Crime, and then I probably will purchase a fragrance from Sephora, so stay tuned for that. I might pick up a few more items from Sephora. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, that's it. Please let me know what your thoughts are on the... Oh, wait, there's one more thing. I did recently pick up this product from Marshalls, and this was the one and only thing that I got. I'm so proud of myself that I only picked up one thing. I didn't pick up one makeup item. But this was before I got my tax return, and I was like, I'm going to be thrifty with getting my makeup wipes this time. And usually these makeup wipes run about $6 or $7 at CVS. But I found the simple makeup wipes at Marshalls, and I got them for $3.99. So I got these for like $4. So that's the only thing that I picked up. And that's how much the e.l.f. wipes are, but the e.l.f. wipes like irritate my face a lot if I use them to take off my makeup. And typically when I use a makeup wipe, I always use makeup wipes when I go to my boyfriend's house on Sundays and Mondays. Like I said before, when I use the Micellar water, it's when I'm home and I have time to use it. But I'm not going to bring it everywhere with me to take my makeup off. I'm going to bring these. So I'm really happy that I found these for a much cheaper price at Marshalls. But I didn't pick up any makeup from there. I picked up enough makeup from there in January and February. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I love you. Bye. And let me know what you guys think of these products. Bye.